Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Crystal. I'm the face behind the Lilac house. If you're new to this channel, I make a lot of videos about organizing and cleaning. I share shopping hauls and I also do lots of yummy recipes, and I share how to be a little more frugal in your life. So if you're into that kind of thing, please consider subscribing and join our little YouTube family. So today I am sharing an organizing video. I helped my sister organize her refrigerator. She has one roommate and they share the fridge and freezer, and it just was getting out of hand, so she wanted help organizing it. She also wanted to do it frugally, so we went to the Dollar Tree and picked up a few things, and I hope you like what you see. So let's get started. I know what you're here for, the before and after. All right, see ya. So here's the fridge that I'm working with. Like I said, there are two girls sharing the fridge and freezer. They have not really a system. They kind of split it in half, and then the freezer, they just put whatever they can fit into it, as you can see. And I was really excited to tackle it because I love this kind of stuff, and my sister was happy to have me help. So the first thing I did was clear out the refrigerator. And when you're cleaning your fridge and freezer, you want to work pretty fast just because you'll have food out. And I took everything out of the fridge first and then put everything back in, and then we did the freezer. And my sister was so sweet. She cleaned the fridge for me. She felt bad. She didn't want me to have to clean it, which I of course appreciated. She did a really good job cleaning her fridge out. And then, like I said, she wanted to do this frugally, so we went to the Dollar Tree and picked up some bins and baskets, and I got these 4 gold wire baskets. I thought they were really cute, and my sister would use the leftover ones. And then I picked up these white ones. I like going for more neutral colors, so the clear, white, gold was kind of the theme. And then these baskets, bins. And then these are my favorite containers. I have some in my fridge and my cupboard. Usually you can find longer ones, but they only have the short ones, so we had what we had. And next I put the bins and baskets in, and the system I wanted was to just keep it split so that her roommate would have a side and she would have a side. And because I was working with her and her roommate wasn't there, and so I didn't throw away any of her roommate's food, even if her roommate had doubles or if the food had expired. I wanted her roommate to do that. And I love those, you can't really see it, but the longer containers, I love those for like string cheeses or yogurts, applesauces. I think they're perfect for that. The nice thing about having baskets is they can pull out the basket and see what they have, and she can be in charge of her food, her roommate can be in charge of her food, and however they want to organize it, it's up to them. And I had it all organized and I liked it a lot, and then I remembered that they had eggs, and then they had these water containers. And so with the eggs, they'll always have eggs, so I just found a place for them. And the water was my nemesis. I wasn't planning on them. So, and they have 2, they each have their own. And like I said, I wanted to kind of keep it split. So I kept working with it, trying to make it look nice. And it was difficult. That was the hardest part about it, because I wanted it to look really nice, but also I want it to work for them. And of course I'm not going to say, oh, you can't have the waters because it's not pretty enough. So we made it work. And then then it was time to do the freezer. So we did the same thing. We cleared everything out of the freezer. And my sister was here to help me because we didn't want the food to thaw out. And she helped clean the freezer, and I pulled out the ice creams, you guys, and they had so many ice creams, and they always have this. Every time we go over, we look in their freezer, They always have this many ice creams, and I think it's awesome, and I want to be more like them. And also, I'm really hungry now. And then look at all of their chocolate. And I wanted to put the chocolate all together and the ice cream all together, but it all was delicious. I sampled some. And then my sister, my camera died after this, but she deep cleaned the freezer for me once again, and it looked great. And then my camera died when I was putting the food back into the freezer, but now I'll show you the before and after. So this is the before of the fridge. They didn't have much of a system, and they kind of just put food in there, and they knew which food was theirs, but it was like they had to dig around to find it. And this is the after. I think it worked out really, really well, even with my water containers that made me mad. But this way they each have their own bin and basket. They each have their own string cheese container. I did put all of the condiments and sides together because I wanted them to see how many of each they had, and I wanted to put the like things together so that way they could be like, oh, we had 3 ranches and 2 are yours and 1's mine, and they've been expired, let's toss them. And then the freezer I was so excited to do because I felt like they were just buying more food and putting it in and they didn't know what they had. So the freezer, honestly my favorite part is the freezer door because it has the ice cream and the chocolate, and you want easy access to those, if you know what I mean. And just having the ice cream looking well and presentable, and the chocolate, it makes it look so good, and I want to eat it right now. I also contained the chocolate into plastic baggies just so they weren't falling all over the place. And then with the freezer, I did all of the meat in one container because they know which meat's theirs. And then each girl has their own basket. And the rule is if your basket is full, you need to go through your basket and eat the food that's there. And you can't go buy more until you've eaten it, or else you will not have space and you can't just keep shoving stuff in there. Once again, here's the fridge. My whole mindset with organizing is that if you know what you have and it's organized, you spend less money because you know what you have. And when you go to the store, you know that you already have those ingredients on hand and you won't buy more and just keep stockpiling. And then it also helps you want to eat things more because it's visually appealing. Also, I would like to say that at some point, or maybe at this point right now, we have all had a duct taped fridge. So I have talked to my sister and her roommate, and they have kept up the organizing in the fridge and freezer. However, they are struggling with knowing how to store their leftovers, so that's something I want to go over and help them with. I think the thing that's important to remember is that our spaces don't have to be Pinterest perfect. They have to work for us, and they have to work for how we use those things. So I'm happy to help them, and I'm excited to keep making videos like this. If you have any tips or tricks for keeping your fridge and freezer organized, let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. That will help us out a lot. And please be sure to tune in next week for another video. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you find something that brings you joy in your life today, and know that you are awesome and amazing. And I will see you next week.